Hello everyone, it's Janine here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the swap items I made and I'm gifting to Joene. Joene and we chat on Facebook and she's been admiring my fabric books and I have been admiring her gypsy books. So, in our conversation we decided to do a swap. And she said, I'll swap you a gypsy book, and she pointed out that this one fabric book, which I've already done a video on, but I'm just going to do a little recap quickly. So this is the book I'm gifting her, and the book is made with doilies and doily pieces and our usual goodies that we use when we make a fabric book. As you can see, there's lots of gorgeous pieces of lace on this book. And another thing that I would like to mention is that Joene and I are friends with Jean Alford on Facebook as well, and we are both very fond of her. So some of the elements in this book I received in a happy mail from Jean, so I thought it was very apt that I'm giving this book to Joene, even though at the time when I made it I didn't know who the owner of this book was going to be. So on the cover, aside from all the doilies and snippets of doilies and that, I have this quilt pin, and on the quilt pin I have this little embellishment over there, and there's a piece of bling, and all of this little fabric hang piece here is made. There's felt inside and a couple of different pieces of fabric. Let me see. Yeah, it's like just and then it's got this piece hanging over there and some fabric that's got that kind of tendrils at the bottom. This heart I received from Jean Alford, and it's gorgeous, and I made a little bow with the lace and the heart pearl and attached it to the quilt pin, and then of course pinned it onto the fabric and onto the cover. So it gives that vintagey look. And one of these pins I put on here, I received this from Jean. Oh, I'm sorry, from Grace Karen. Thank you, Grace. So there's the cover, and of course this is the back. So in the book I have, these are paper, these images are on paper, and again they were gifted to me by Jean. So in this picture, the lady's got a kind of a green hue to her face, skin color. So I picked up the green in the embellishments around there, and all the ladies have feathers in their hats, some kind of adornment. So this one has feathers, and I've got all the little snippet pieces and on that page, and on this side there's a pocket, and inside the pocket I just have some feathers, and yeah, I've altered the button. This is a cutout from a placemat, and yeah, and then that's the pocket. Nice deep pocket, and lots of snippets going around, and of course the green complements each other. And then on this in this pocket I've just put this green feather, and we have a peacock feather, which is really cool, and this little fluffy feathers. They make great on flowers. When you add the yumminess to a flower, they're great fillers. And then on this page I used pink, and I picked up the blush in the two images. This one has a hat. There's some feathers there, but I didn't accentuate it in the decorations of the page. And you know, I just have little bits and bobs. There's some seed beads, and decorated it that way. And this side as well, I put a little piece in her hair, and there's some more of the beads, some satin, some rolled roses and flowers from my stash, and again lots of offcuts, doily offcuts in pieces. And then on the last page, the purple colors for this page, and there again I put the feathers on a hat and some decorative, I think that's an offcut from an applique and a flower, rose flower, little purple trim around the edge. And I have that one, the piece of purple trim. And on the last pocket, I used a doily to make the pocket, and I have the little bling piece over there, and another feather and a bow with a doily piece and a flower, and there's some more flowers in the corner. And in the pocket there's a vintage piece and some more feathers with a little purple stick pin, or just a pin, and it just rests on there, you know. And yeah, so that book's going to her. And then Joene likes let's put that out of the way. Joene likes peach and coral. Those are some of her favorite colors. So I decided to make a lace pocketbook, but in a different style. So what I've done is, if you see this fabric over there, they are placemats, but just flat square fabric material placemats, and it's more tray cloth really. And I had two, and I glued them together, and there's felt in the center, and of course I shaped it like that, and it joins in the middle. And so obviously I have pockets inside, so I'll show you. So you know, as you can see, that's how it works. And then I have a button closure over there, and of course the dangles. So let's start at the back. So I've got this little trim. I've used it a lot in this project because it's tiny and cute, and it goes all the way around everything, so there was plenty of that to go around. And then I have this hot trim, lace trim over there with pearls, and this gorgeous trim here I received from Jean Rag. Thank you, Jean. This fabric, you'll see it throughout the book as well. This one, it's off a wedding dress. And this applique, huge piece of applique here, I received from a friend over here. I used this ribbon to pick up the peach tones, and you know, secured it more with, because the shape of the of the applique, of the wedding applique, goes that way. So I used the 3 points to anchor down with a pearl, just to, you know, keep it more in shape, because I looped it underneath. And then at the bottom here I have some peach trim, light peach trim peeping out, and there's that leaf trim of mine, and that lace. So I didn't go huge on the dangles, just a little bit for the show. Sorry, my throat's a bit dry this morning. So this is the front of the pocketbook. So I have a couple of pages of this kind of images, and I bought it because, you know, they have that Victorian chambermaid look about it, and it's interesting paper because it's glossy a little bit and very smooth, but it's not regular paper, and it's not tissue paper either. So I fussy cut the lady and did I put it on? No, I didn't. I just glued it down onto the book, and I think I could have used some doily pieces to support to support the image. And she's standing, her hands up in the air like that, and I made her a dress. And sorry, I puffed it up. I have some fabric at the bottom and some peach fabric over there as well, as you can see. So it makes the dress nice and puffy. There's a piece of doily and a little flower from the stash I still have, from leftover stash from Jean that Jean sent me in a swap. And this gorgeous fabric, tissue. Oh gosh, Janine, this gorgeous lace is also from Jean Rag. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, gorgeous. And I have that pearl centers over there. And so what I've done is this is a scarf, and it has these dangling at the bottom, and they're very interesting because I looked at it and I thought, wow, that would be really nice because it makes interesting dangles. And when I find time, I think I'm gonna try and make some, and I'll do a little tutorial if I find time. Right now I don't really have the time, but so I draped it so that it looked like a curtain, like she was standing at the side of the curtain, looking at something sort of deep in thought. And so the curtain drapes there. I have one of these flowers that I received from Annie. Thank you, Annie, on the quilt pin. And the fabric, as you can see, I've got bits of fabric. I've got that one, and this one, sorry. So I put them all on a felt piece, and then I use this rope trim around. I use that nice kind of shiny fabric there, and then I put that on top of it, and then a lace piece, a peach leaf trim, and then the dress goes on top of it. So it's loose, it moves around, it's not glued down to the book. And then on each corner, so I folded as you can see, I brought the two pieces together. I let them overlap in the middle, and then I folded open the two pieces, and I glued it down, and I put these little peach roses over there. So so that's the shape of the pocketbook. And I like I like to find new shapes and new ways to do things, and I really like how this one turned out. So let me open. So at the closure, the two buttons, let me just undo my bow. I have these at the bottom of the bow, and in the ribbon I have a pearl on the one side and these matching flowers, fabric flowers, on the other side. So over here I have this button. I covered this. These are that silver Daiso buttons, and I covered it with fabric. Like I told you or showed you, that I have that same fabric over there. So I kept that in the design, and then over here I have 3 more of the dangles, same as that, and 2 buttons. I love this little cute peach buttons, and and then this wedding dress fabric I just put down and added pearls randomly. And so at the back of this applique, as you can see, it's quite long, and this is all one big piece. So as I brought it around to the front, I cut off this part, this section here. So as you can see, so now it's got a different look, and it's just got the scallops here, the scallop shapes here, you can see. And then I have another piece of lace piece, which I think I received from Olivia, and thanks Olivia. And that's it. So, and on the side as well, you know, just pearls and that wedding dress fabric. So when I open the, we'll see, this side and that side is exactly the same. So I will show one side quickly. So as again, there's that trim I was telling you about. It's all over the book there as well. And I have a different trim here at the bottom. And some pearls in there. This I received from Olivia. Thank you, Olivia. And there's that wedding dress fabric. This is a doily, old doily, and I used it, and it's got that pineapple shape, you know, and I used it and cut off the pieces because it's got that orange in there, that burnt orange tone, so it matched with the project. I have this little piece in the center there, and these flowers, these flower pieces. I think I got that from Michelle Pipeling, I'm not sure. And then this is just a piece of, I used to have rosette trims on here, flowers. I removed the flowers, and because they're that nice satin champagne color, and I used it on different projects. But it looked perfect here, matched the whole color scheme, and flat back pearls. And of course there's the pocket, and then I have this lace on top here as well with the pearls. So the other side is exactly the same. Again, you know, exactly the same elements. And the middle, this book is very pliable. Yes. And in the middle I have, so you can see the fabric I used, the tea tray cloth, and it's that beautiful light shade of peach. So I have this Battenberg doily in the middle, perfect color match, and I have this in the center, this flower piece which I also received from Olivia, and this is from my stash. And I have pretty much the same going on at the bottom here, except that no, it's exactly the same. It also has that little piece there and the doily and so on. So it's nice deep pockets, you know. You can, I'll be filling it up with goodies for her, and so that, and then of course the other things that I'm gifting her, she will have to show you herself when she, you know, when she gets around to it. Joene doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she's very active on Facebook, and she's also on the design team for Pamela Joy, and she makes the most beautiful projects for Pamela, and also she creates stunning projects with Annie, Miss Garden Grove 1's kids, and really nice. So she's very talented, and it's really been fun to be in the swap with you, Joene, and I hope you enjoy this book and the book and the lace pocket book. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.